Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Professor Sistrunk, and I am sending you out another video log. So with this particular video log, this will be the last one that I sent out about the structure and setup of the course. How you should go in here and do your work, and how things should be accomplished in this particular section, or this course really. So with that being said, after this, the next videos will just be basically videos on material that's in the course. So you will receive a video once every week, and it'll be just 7 videos. Try your best to watch them from beginning to end, because you really need to be in the know on the information that's out there. I am enjoying reading your comments on 15 things to be disciplined, or how to be disciplined, or how to get yourself into the discipline. No. It's really exciting to see the responses that the students are making. I really enjoy reading it. Now, once again, when it comes to the discussion questions, I try my best to stay out of it, because I want to make sure that you guys are communicating, talking, etc., having real world discussions. You know the rules. It shouldn't be any disrespectful or any foolishness in there. It should be focused on the discussion question. Whether you agree or disagree with someone else's opinion, I'm not trying to hit that. I'm trying to hear you have a true discussion about the topic at hand, and I really appreciate you guys for staying on top of it and being on point. Kudos to you. Now, with that being said, the next discussion question is going to be giving you a deep dive on technology. Like I said, these are spotlights on technology, and we're about to travel around the world and see what the world is doing when it comes to technology. So, put on your brain caps, really dig into it. Yeah, the videos will be a little longer, but you need to know what is really going on out there so you can be prepared for it. I don't know if you're going to work in America. I don't know if you're going to work in Europe or Afghanistan, wherever the job is, but you need to know what's happening out there when it comes to technology. It's important. With that being said, if you see me turning my head that way, that simply means that I am just looking at my notes to make sure I stay on point and stay focused. I do not like rambling on and on like I'm doing now, rambling, okay? But anyway, I like to stay focused. Yeah, you know me. I gotta have fun, people. I have to have fun. So let's talk about, we got our discussion question in. Hopefully you fulfilled that. Kudos to those who have accomplished that goal. 2, you now about to learn about what I need from you for Java. So I'm gonna go through that little session real quick. Also, we're gonna focus on how to get in here and do the assignments in my IT lab. So with that being said, let's go. I'm gonna shrink my screen down and move forward. Okay, now, so we are in our course. Let's deal with my IT. No, let's go ahead and deal with SoloLearn first. So you already know that if you click on here, you may or may not have something in here about SoloLearn, and which you do not. So that's my fault. Sometimes I put it in there, sometimes I don't. But let's go over here and let's just simply type in, I'm gonna do my Google search, SoloLearn, and see if it comes up correctly, and it did. And you can just simply log in. I mean, keep it simple, as they say. Keep it simple, Sam. Okay, so as you see, it went all the way in there because I have my computer set up to where it can actually go into my courses. You see the multiple courses that's in here that's being worked on. I'm having a little fun with, I'm playing with. But the point I want to reach here is, what do I have to do to utilize SoloLearn? So I spoke about this in my first video. You are in a Java class. I'm gonna click on another class, but you know that you are in Java, so that's where you should focus. But I'm gonna go ahead and click on C++ because this gets my point across, and then I'm gonna click on open up course. Okay, so Now that I open up the course, if I wanted to email the professor what has been accomplished so far for this week, remember, you had a lot of work to get in, so hopefully you did your work. I will simply go to the first one. Remember, you in Java, I'm just using C++ as an example. Don't go start doing C++ and emailing me back, well, professor, I saw you do it in an example. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Okay, you using Java. Follow the syllabi. The syllabi is your roadmap. Follow it. So in this particular case, I would do my snipping tool. As you see, my snipping tool popped up, correct? So I will just simply click new. Once I click new, I will go here and then be able to capture this information. Remember, I need the information for the entire section. Don't give me one or two of these things. For that entire section, that entire module, give me that information. Then I'm going to go right here to File. Don't hit New again, because then it's going to kick you out and you're going to have to do it all over again. But click on File. And from File, I'm going to say Save As. Now, at this particular point, two things that's important. You must know where you saving the file. As you can see, I'm saving the file into my pictures. And two, name the file with your name on it and what module it is, okay? So I will put on here Sistrunk, and just so if you can't pronounce my name, it's Sis as in sister, trunk as in back of a car trunk. Sistrunk, simple, right? And then I put module 1, okay. So I know that when I send this to professor and upload it, it's module 1 work, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit save. I can close that now. I am through. As far as me getting the information to the professor, I have did the test. Oh, no you didn't. You haven't uploaded it to me yet. So now I'll come back to my D2L section, and this is where I want to go upload that information inside of assignments. So if I click on assignment, and back here I came from actual solo learn, and then I came back here, and now I'm going to click on assignments. Now once I click on assignments, it will show me all of the particular folders that I have to actually upload into here. It's broken down into modules, so you shouldn't have a problem with understanding that. It's broken down. But now I'm going to do this from a student's point of view instead of from a professor's point of view. Okay, so as a student, I'm going to go in here and click on View as a Student. And then I am going to go to Assignments. Okay, now as a student, this is what you will see, right? Same thing. So all I have to do right now is basically click on here, and I want to upload my file. I can put a little information in here, and then I can actually come up and say add a file. And once I do that, I go to my computer. You look at me, I'm saying I do this, I do that. Really, I will go to the computer and I'm gonna say upload. Now, remember I said early on, you need to know where the file is. Now, I know some of you students said, Professor, you should have showed me that about a few days ago. Well, I want to do this step by step. Some people may not have the knowledge to do it, but I know some of you are so intelligent, you knocking this out with no problem. You got it. So all of you, enjoy yourself. Just make sure you're having fun. Now, I know I put it in pictures. There it is. And I simply say open. I click on it, say open. It shows it right here. And I just say add. That will give it to me. But remember, I got another step. I added it here. You can see it. But I have to click submit. Okay? So what did you get out of this? Well, you got this. One, you had to make a copy of this file. You had to upload it to your professor. And the main thing is, should have been the first thing, you got to do the work first. I will look at all of these green checks When I receive it, I just look at the green checks. Remember, you can do this over and over again until you get it absolutely right. And here, some of the stuff I'm going to have a discussion about the actual course itself. I'm going to talk about some Java. I'm going to give you points on it, but I'm going to wait until next week to start talking. I wanted to get you in there for the basic stuff so you can actually have fun with the course. But we're going to talk a little bit about it. We're going to give you some heads up. Now, why is this important? This is why learning this programming language is important, or any programming language. And I said this in my first video. A lot of us approach programming like it's something hard. It's something that came from another universe, but it's not. You can be that person that have inside of you a skill that is so dormant, until somebody introduce it to you, you won't know that you have that skill. Statistically, we need a lot of programmers in America. And that's why the government and so many businesses are pushing programming. So you see universities and colleges pushing programming. It's going to come a time when programming is just like a second language, or even more than a second language. It's going to be one of the norms in our society, because we have so many devices that are utilizing programming languages. And we need to find out, do we have that talent out there? So universities and colleges and government institutions are really reaching out to see, do we have students who don't know they can be good programmers? And let's offer them some programming language just to see how they respond. You may go up here and say, hey, programming is for me, and then all of a sudden go on that path of learning a programming language. But at the end of the day, now you can have a conversation with people and say, I know how to program. I know something about programming. And that's important, because your car is running off of a program. Your refrigerator is running off of a program. Your microwave oven is running off of programming. Programming is becoming so important in our society, and we need to see if people have it. But when you hear about programming, normally people hear that it's hard, it's really rough, but it's not. It's really simple. It's just another language, And a lot of people is put off on programming because they think you have to know a lot of math. Well, you don't. And when you get to this section in here where it's talking about classes and objects, you're going to see you really don't need to know math. Now, you should know math, and yes, math is important without a shadow of a doubt. But to programming, them are really two separate things. And it depends on what are you using your programming for. Remember, Uber didn't exist 20 years ago. Because of a programming language, we have Uber. We got all these different things. So hopefully you'll find this enjoyable and actually reach out and try to learn as much as you can. Okay? But if you have any questions about this, please reach out to me. We can walk through it. I don't anticipate it being easy, but I do anticipate you learning something from it. That's if you put your heart into it. If you go into it like it's just another task to do in this class, well, it will be hard, okay? But try to learn some out of it and try to take it to the next level. Okay, so with that being said, that's what you got to do for assignments, okay? And that's it. Just upload that file to me and I will be able to review it. Okay, so with that being said, the next thing I'm going to move to that I see is what we call mission critical. It's now let's finally go in and say, hey, professor, how do I do my work? How do I get these what they call chapter assignments done, or chapter HWs done? Well, I'm gonna click on content, and I hope that you are really looking at it. We're 15 minutes into this, so just to give you a heads up, this next section, if you want to stop the tape and go get you something to eat or drink, you can go ahead and come back after this 15 minutes. Now, so this tape is right now at 15:31. So if you just put a mark on there, 15:31, I'll try to put it in the notes so you can see it at the bottom, that we're going into the next phase of this class, and that is actually how to do your work assignments in here. Okay, so let's go ahead. So I'm gonna go to My Lab IT, of course. Then I'm gonna go to My Lab IT course material. Okay, that will take me to the course material. Like I say, that's the only thing you really have to click on. It's a lot of other labels there, but really this is the one you should be in. And like I said, I'm gonna approach it like a student. Now I'm gonna go into showing you how to do what you really need to do. I'm not gonna worry about the resources and the PowerPoints and all that. I want you to know what you have to do. So as a student, let's deal with the first thing. You have a Word application that you have. You have 2 simulations that deal with Word, chapter 1, chapter 2. So you just simply click on it, okay? Now once you get in here, you go into the folder that says Word, right? Okay, now you may not be able to see everything because I have the stuff structurally coming out week by week. I don't want to bombard you with a lot of information. I just want you to do what's needed for that particular week. Okay, so then you're going to click on exercises. I know it's a resource folder down there. That's for you to go in there and learn everything you need to learn. I'm not going to deal with that in this session. I'm staying focused on what's important for you. Okay, so we're going to go here to the exercise. Okay, now that we're in the exercise, we got 2 assignments in here we got to click. Now once I show you one, this applies to all the rest of them. Remember, this is the application phase. I like to call simulation. I really need you to focus on that. You got your dates in here. You know when it has to be completed. So let's go ahead and launch the first one. Now in launching this, if everything works completely on my screen, this is what should come up, okay? And I'm going to have a discussion with you how you can help yourself complete this. I'm going to move my talking head up to the top. So you see my head moving up there? Yes, I can see it, Professor. I see your head moving all around. Okay, excellent. Okay, don't get scared. It's just me moving it around. So the first thing is this. You simply just read the information here in the blank Word document. Show the non-printing formatting marks. Once you read that, you go do what's over here. So I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna look, but I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Click on it and there it is. It shows the mark. When you do that, excuse me, not when it do it, you actually doing it. Unless you got that brain power where you can tell it what to do. But let me move on. I digress. Anyway, when you do that, it will jump to the next question. Now I'm going to stop there because you get the point. It's not that hard. You do something, something happens. You do something. But I know some of you going to be like, oh, I never did this before in my life. How am I going to be able to do it? That's my play on somebody panicking. I don't panic, so I don't really know how people panic. But anyway, so down here at the bottom, you have a section that's called View All. Now, this is your lifesaver. So if you ever say, hey, Professor Sistrunk, he gave me one of them lifesavers, here it is. And if you're a Star Trek or Star Wars, really Star Wars fan, you know what I'm talking about. Here it is. If you click on here, this will help you walk through stuff. But I don't really even like that. I like to go to down here. Here's another bonus point, the learning aids. So if I click on the learning aids, what will happen is it will have reading instructions in here I can go through. It will have video instructions that will tell me exactly what needs to be done. And then it will have a practice step through that will walk me through. So I'm not going to go through each one of these. These are for you. This will help you do it, and it will help you get 100%. The job of this class is to actually teach you how to use these tools, so when you go into the work environment, you'll know how to use it the practical way, the way it should be done. You won't be mulling all around trying to figure out how to do something. So I'm going to click on the practice, and it will walk through. So if you're having a problem, it will walk you through it so you can hear what it's talking about. So it says type this in. So all I have to do right now is come in here and type it in. I'm not going to actually do it because I don't want the video to be that long. Well, I'll do this one. I did the first one. So I'm going to type in ASPENFALLS. I don't know why I'm spelling it out. Can you help me? Tell me what's going on with it. He actually spelling it out. Why? Oh, I'm misspelling. Let me check that. And I'm gonna type in resources. Okay.
Press enter.
And then I press the enter key. So you see what happened? It stepped me through what I need to know to be able to do the job. So if you having a problem, you got tools down here in your learning aids that will help you through it. You have a video, you have reading. This is critical to you being able to get through this course. And I hope this helped you. I know it will. It will help you get through this course, and I will see 100% all the time. Now, with that being said, once you complete this entire thing, it's self-gradable. It's going to post a grade when you get to the end. So you do not have to worry about anything else. You just simply click on submit and it will submit. Now, if you feel that you haven't did things right, reset it. Okay. But if you reset it past 3 times and you still haven't got it right, now I'm not concerned about you getting 100%. So if you reset it because you just trying to get that 100 and you email me and say, Professor, can you reset that tool for me again? And I go in there and see that you got a 95. I'm gonna say, oh, stop. Move to the next assignment. We got 8 weeks. Don't get stuck on, I'm trying to get a perfect score. Get the best score you possibly can and move on. Okay, so you click submit, it's done. Okay, I'm out. Boom, boom, bam. Sugar, bang, it's done. And you will see a grade over there. For me, I didn't do it right, so of course I don't see anything over there. That's how you do that. Now, the very last thing that I want to cover, and I'm going to move my talking head back down here. The very last thing that I want to cover is I want to come back to the table of contents in My Lab IT. And this time, I want to go into doing my homework questions. So you're going to see in there you have to do HW. Now, you know that you have folders that have resources in there. And in those folders that have resources, they have books. So they have ebooks that you can read through the information. Don't come to me talking about, I don't understand this, Professor. I don't understand it. No, you cannot do that. You have ebooks in there. But don't worry. Starting next week, you're going to see me have a discussion on each and every chapter. So get ready. It's coming to a theater near you. Okay, now I'm going to go here, which is the lecture material. And in this particular folder, I'm going to say lecture HW. Now, as we get closer and closer to the midterm and the final exam, you're going to see them populate in there. Right now, you don't see them, but they will do. So I'm going to click on that. Did I click on the right thing? Yes, I did. Now, I cannot open this up because if I open it up, I'm going to be showing you test questions and all that. You do the same thing. You simply click on this and it's going to have a selection of questions and answers in there. And you simply answer the questions and do the exam. But you know that in order to do this successfully and get the best score you possibly can, you know that you have to read the book. And you know that the book is sitting right here. And that's all you have to do is go through this e-text and read the book. So, I hope that this was helpful. If it wasn't, you can reach out to me. Please review all of my video logs. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube page, please take the chance to do that. That way you can get all of these videos ahead of time. Once again, this is Professor Sistrunk. I am enjoying this class and I see that you guys are in there fully fulfilling the requirements of this course. I'm going to look over here just to see if I recovered. I took a look at everything and had a discussion about everything. And I think I did. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, what you're going to receive from me next week. Now, Monday, I am doing all of the grades. Okay, I'm looking at all of the grades. So by Monday night or Monday evening, you should see all of your grades posted for this week. I stand on that. I want to make sure you know exactly where you are going forward. So you should see that. Also, you're going to see another video log come out. And this video log is going to talk about, hey, when we're going to have our first Zoom meeting. And then we're going to talk about, I'm going to have a discussion about the class. So I'm even going to talk about the different discussion questions. 15 things to master self-discipline. Don't worry. Starting next week, I'm going to start having my discussions on the different chapter material and also the different discussions. You're about to learn a lot about what's happening in the world when it comes to technology. And it's to give you the information you need to know as you pursue your career.